Well, the coming general election is already like no other. Against the backdrop of a global pandemic, an economic recession and an election postponement, two women are vying for the leadership of the country. One of those is National Party leader Judith Collins, who joins us now for our Talanoa. Kia ora, Judith. Nice to have you with us this morning.
Thank you, Alistair. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes. Well, firstly, you've just come back from lots of travel. You've been down south on the West Coast. What's the last few weeks been like for you?
Well, they've been really great, actually. I've really enjoyed it. There's loads of energy and people are really excited, and I've just had a great response. So I've finished yesterday afternoon with a public meeting, town hall meeting in Hokitika, and for me that is, I just love doing public meetings and loads of, just really getting the messages out and lots of energy. So I spent a really big day yesterday, big day the day before in Gisborne. Yes. Just basically big day. Yeah. After a big day.
And it will be like that for, a few weeks to come into election day.
And I just think, we don't have many weeks to go before the election. There's no point me, sitting down, having a cup of tea and just, putting my feet up. This is the time to get out there.
Yep, lots of work to do. Well, now that the election buzz is sort of gearing up, you've just had the first leaders debate this week on Tuesday, which many people seem to think that you did well in. But one of the things that did come up, of course, was you alluding to your husband being Samoan. What's your response to the backlash that you've had?
Yeah, I was really disgusted, actually. I thought, how dare people try to disrespect my husband.
He is Samoan.
He is Samoan. Not only is he Samoan, Alistair, he's born in Samoa, raised in Samoa, grew up in a little village on Savai'i, Papasatawa, and that is, like with his grandma. How dare people disrespect my husband like that? I just thought that was disgraceful. Yeah, I do have an understanding about Samoan families, what he grew up with. And he did run away from home at 15. Why? Because he went to his auntie, and his auntie, he wanted to go back to school. His father wanted him to leave school and go and get a job in the factory like his father did. And he wanted to stay at school. Because he had aspiration. And that is exactly what I was saying to that young woman, Feli. I was saying, you don't have to not be at school. You don't have to not. There are choices. And, he went on to become a police officer, and then he went on to do university work, and now, he's became a lawyer, and he did an MBA, Master Business Administration, and he's a business person. You don't have to have the same jobs as your parents.
Gotcha.
You just got to take charge and take your own life.
And that was your personal response to that question.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, look, we'll get into the issues now, because you'll cover many of them over the campaign, and you have done. What do you think are the most important issues to Pacific people right now at this time?
Do right now I think people are still very worried about the COVID-19 in the health response, but I think too that there are many people who are worried about their jobs and what's happening. People involved or working for government agencies are not so worried about it, but I know that there are a lot of people who are worried about the fact that they may not have a job next year. The Treasury own forecast, the government's own people have said that 100,000 people are likely to lose their jobs, and people are also worried about their housing situations. So yeah, they're worried about that, but I tell you what, people are really worried about, do they have a job? And I fear for New Zealand without a real plan to actually get people into work and to grow the economy, because a shrinking economy means shrinking job numbers.
Right, so you've talked about jobs, housing, let's stick with jobs. What is your plan, National's plan, to get people back into work?
Well, for a start, it's actually about growing businesses and giving businesses confidence to take people on in the workforce. So that's actually about giving businesses this program we've got called Job Start, which is basically, you want to take on a new employee, please do, and we'll give you $5,000 to do that at start, and we'll give you another $5,000 after 90 days when you've kept that employee on, because we know that to take on a new employee, and I've run my own businesses, I know what it's like, you do get a certain downtime in productivity for a while people are learning the job and the systems, but to do that is really important. The other thing is, and this is something that I think a lot of Pacifica young people will be very interested in is the tech area. So we're putting a big emphasis on science, technology, engineering and maths schools, but also providing scholarships, 1,000 scholarships for young people, for young people, particularly from lower decile schools, to be able to get qualifications in those really important occupations and areas, so they can have occupations. Because in the tech area, it's not just IT, which it includes it, but it's also high value engineering. So I've been going around places, factories, businesses. Those jobs, fitter and turner jobs, electricians jobs, really high paid, really well valued. Actually, that's where Pacifica people should be looking. Don't worry so much about minimum wages. Tell you what, get to those high value jobs.
Okay, well, we have to push on because we don't have that much time with you, but that's okay. We'll move into housing. Housing is another thing I really want to bring up. National is yet to release a housing policy. We know the numbers of people in the waiting list for public housing. It seems impossible to get ahead of the demand for housing. How is National, going to get us ahead? Well,
it's actually not impossible, and we did it in Christchurch. So housing prices in Christchurch have come down post the rebuild, because we built a lot of houses, and that's what you have to do. It's not impossible. One of the problems that have held everything back is what we call, the RMA, the Resource Management Act, the rules around it. We actually put those on hold pretty much for Christchurch to do the rebuild. And what happened? A whole lot of houses got built, and housing prices now are actually very stable. The cost of housing has not gone through the roof like everywhere else. We've got to just build the houses. So obviously state houses and community housing is an issue, but I'd like to see more people in their own houses, that they own themselves, that and they're paying mortgages, they're not paying a rent. That's what I really want to do. So you'll see a housing policy come out very much based on getting more houses built, more houses in the market, and actually getting people an opportunity. So for instance, people being able to use, their KiwiSaver to get and the Home Start programs that we put in, it actually helped about 100,000 people buy their own homes. So, those sorts of things we can do, and we've done before, but we can do better, and that's actually about freeing up the land supply so we get houses built.
Gotcha. Well, look, we've talked about jobs, we've talked about housing, the economy, of course. For Pacific people, they're traditionally Labour supporters. What would you like to say to our families, our Pacific families, our Pacific communities out there to get them to have those two ticks for National?
Yeah, well, my husband grew up a Labour supporter. He's definitely not now. I grew up a Labour supporter. I'm definitely not now, because we actually have policies, and our view of people is not, this is what you have to do because this is what your parents do, this is all you can do. We're absolutely aspirational, and that is about education, hard work, having a dream, and then going for it. So if people want to stay thinking, oh, well, you can only do this job, this is what we do. No. Education is the key, and hard work is the next stepping block from that. And my view is our focus is very much on education, whether it's in the STEM subjects, whether it's in just doing your best, but keeping kids in school, getting them into trades, getting them into education. Do that, you get ahead.
Yeah, gotcha. Whawhataitele, Lava Judith, thank you very much for your time this morning.